This feels like the Mondayest Wednesday ever, you guys. Welcome to Wednesday. We've survived. It's 12:30 on the East Coast. I hope you guys are doing well. Yesterday, Monday, we started our delete mindset training of just literally saying delete after every negative thought that you've had. These are the lies that you've been telling yourself, and it's all the same freaking lies. There's no new lies. They're all the same, right? So yesterday, hang on one second. My son's calling me. Yesterday, we talked about listing them all. And boy, you guys, that was so eye-opening. I hope it was eye-opening for you. It was eye-opening for me as your coach to look at them. And as a voice of reason, I look at them and I'm like, y'all are nuts. Like, I cannot believe you're believing that. Now, I get it. If you probably saw my lies that I'm choosing to believe, and you're probably thinking, Coach, sorry, Coach, you're nuts. Like, I can't believe you're thinking that. So when I read your lies and where you hit delete, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, you're crazy. You're crazy to be continually having those thoughts on replay, like the hamster wheel, going over and over and over again. So if you haven't taken the time to list out the lies that you're believing, those negative thoughts that you have all the time, if you haven't taken the time to do that on the page yet, and you are brave enough to do it, lots of your friends were, and then hit the delete button, you got to do that today. You've got it. So what are the next steps? Well, so here's part of the problem. If you don't take action, that negative thought will keep creeping up. So what do I mean by that? If you do not take an action step now that you have put the lie out there, you've said delete, if your next step is not to take an action, that lie, that negative thought will keep coming back, and you're going to have to keep saying delete. And let's be honest, that's exhausting. It's exhausting to hear the same lies. It's exhausting to hear the same negative thoughts all the time. So delete helps you rewire the brain, but if you don't take an action step next, that hamster wheel is going to keep coming back, and you're going to have to keep saying delete. So I saw a lot of you say, I am worried that, you've been in the gray for the last month, maybe the last two, and you worry that you can never get back fully on plan like you were at the beginning. That's a lie, delete. But you got to take the action step next. You've got to take the action step next. So only you can decide what that action step is. I'll go back to the fact that I felt like I was spinning out of control Monday because I had strung just about 4 days completely off plan. As I shared, I'd been traveling, came home, anniversary, Mother's Day, all that was a big ball of wax for me. And by Sunday night, I knew, the festivities were over, time to get back on plan, but I had strung so many days off plan, 4 days for me is a lot, that I was spinning out of control. Now, if I hadn't, through those 4 days, because those 4 days were riddled with the same lies, same negative thoughts that you guys were sharing yesterday on the page. And every time I had one during those 4 days, I said delete. But if I had not taken action step on Monday to change my behaviors, to change my choices, I would still be doing the delete game right now. And that gets exhausting, right? So here's what you've got to think about today. Today is when you have to decide, okay, what is my action step? If you're still playing those lies, negative thoughts, still hitting the delete button on all of them, once you've gotten them out of your head, then you've got to decide what is my next action step. My action steps Monday, obviously, were to clearly get back on plan and to start my workouts again, solidly, get right back into it. It was like I flipped the switch, back on plan, back on my workouts. Now, let me caution you this. A lot of you right now, if I'm seeing in the dashboard is correct, a lot of you are trying to use your workouts to negate the damage that you've done with your food. I'm going to come right now and gently smack you upside the back of the head and just remind you that will never work. That will never work. That will never work. It will never work. Let me say it one more time. That's not going to work. Those workouts that you're doing, that you're kicking your ass trying to complete right now to maybe burn up some of the calories that you've eaten, it will never work for two reasons. One, we wear what we eat, okay? So if you're eating crap right now, it's going to show physically on your body. It will. In the form of cellulite, in the form of bad skin, maybe adult acne breakouts, all these things. But so just a gentle reminder that if you're trying to kick your ass working out right now to negate the bad food choices, it will never work. It will never work. In fact, I would rather you skip all working out and really just focus on the food. If you're feeling distracted by doing both, the one thing that needs to go away are the workouts. The one thing that needs to come back into play is the food, 110%. And you guys know that, you know that. So what is the action step today that you're going to take so that you can break the cycle of hearing those continual negative thoughts? It goes back to things that we talk about all the time, stringing several days together, stringing a week together is vitally important right now, because that is the way you're going to stop the negative thoughts. Life has thrown us for a whirlwind, a roller coaster that we did not want to be on with COVID. I'm hopeful no matter where you live, you're starting to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And I hope you're praying right now that there's not a new breakout about 2 weeks from now. But life did throw us on top of already stressful lives, maybe stressful finances, whatever your stressors are with normal life. Then we add in, so if your stress level was already here like January 2020, and then you add in all the extra stressors of COVID, oh my gosh, right? It's been too much. And I'm hoping now, wherever you live, you're seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, that some of those innate stressors that you've had with COVID are coming down. Maybe for you, it's the kids are almost done with school. Thank you, Lord, right? Whatever it is, I hope those stresses are coming down. Now, back to your action step today. It is Wednesday. You've got to decide what is going to be my action step. That action step can be baby steps for you. I'm not saying that you work well like I do, like the light switch. I was off plan Sunday, and then I flipped the light switch and I'm back on like a freak, like a food Nazi starting Monday. That's my personality. That may not be your personality. Maybe for some of you, if you've been so far off in the gray or so far off plan, the baby step is to kick alcohol. Maybe that's your pull right now. Maybe you're so focused on these crazy workouts, you need to pull back on that and focus on the food. Only you can know your personality to know if you're like me and you can flip the switch, or you need a baby steps. Baby steps are winning right now. Baby steps are winning right now. Now, if you choose baby steps, today's Wednesday. By Sunday, those baby steps need to be over, right? By Sunday, those baby steps need to be over, because come Monday, I'm going to roll out a mini challenge for you guys for the next 7 days. So I want you to start thinking right now, are you going to flip the switch and you're back on and you're going to be legalistic about it? It's black and white. You're doing this for you. You're doing this for your body. Let me tell you the one thing I keep saying to myself when I'm out on these walks. Yes, I'm on plan, and yes, I'm back to my workouts. The one thing I keep saying to myself is, Martha, I can't believe you spent 4 days off plan when you fully respect the vessel, the body that you've been given. See, I wouldn't have that thought if I had just been off plan for one meal, but I strung 4 days together of having fun with my anniversary and Mother's Day. I sure did, and I ain't a quitter. But when I'm out walking and moving my body, it really slaps me upside the back of the head that, wow, your body deserves better. So today, either flip the switch or decide you're going to take sizable baby steps between now and Sunday. Because come Monday, I want you to be ready for an amazing, amazing challenge. It's time that we do this. Hopefully the weather's getting better. Hopefully you're not having freezing weather. Hopefully you're not having snow like some of the people up north are. But I want you to think between now and Sunday, what is it going to take you to make those actionable steps? Light switch or baby steps. But if you choose baby steps, they're over by Sunday. So I'm going to go first again because it seems like I have to do this to get you guys involved. I'm going to go onto the page right now and list my steps. My steps. My steps that I am taking right now to ensure that I am ready for a little mini challenge come Monday. But this is my goal, that you really think about those action steps that you need to take. Otherwise, my dear friend, we could have the same conversation next week about trying to get off that hamster wheel and having to use the delete button. We don't need to continue to have that discussion because we know that we won't have to use the delete button if we take an action step. All right? Bye, you guys.